It was an ordinary night.
Or at least, that's what Raghav believed. Rain lashed against the window of his small studio apartment, the steady tapping echoing like impatient fingers on glass. The room was dim, illuminated only by a single warm yellow lamp placed near his editing desk. Shadows stretched long across the walls, bending and twisting with every flicker of light. Raghav, a professional photographer, sat slouched in his chair. His life revolved around faces, joy, grief, anger, vulnerability. He captured them all. He believed the camera never lied. It revealed truths even people tried to hide. He had just finished editing a client's portrait. The room was quiet, except for the faint hum of his laptop fan and the rain outside. Half amused, half bored, he lifted his phone. "Why not?" he muttered. He switched to the front camera and took a casual selfie. The shutter clicked. He looked down at the image, and his heart stopped. Behind him, just over his shoulder, stood a woman. Her face was pale, not pale like skin, but pale like something drained of life. Her eyes were deep black, hollow and endless, and her lips curved into a faint, crooked smile. Raghav's breath caught in his throat. He spun around. The room was empty. Door locked, windows shut, silence. He swallowed. Reflection? Glitch? Lighting issue? His fingers trembled. He deleted the photo, but the unease remained.
The next morning, sunlight filtered weakly through rain-streaked glass. Raghav hadn't slept well. The image replayed in his mind again and again. Determined to prove himself right, he raised his phone once more. Another selfie. He stared at the screen. She was there again, closer, her face clearer, her black eyes staring directly into the camera, watching. Not him, the camera. His mouth went dry. He deleted it again, but this time deletion felt meaningless. Something had begun. Days passed. Every time he gave in to curiosity and took another photo, the woman stood closer. At first, behind him, then near his shoulder, then almost touching him. In one photo, a strand of her dark hair hovered near his ear. In another, pale fingers almost brushed his jacket. But whenever he turned around, nothing. No footsteps, no breathing, no presence. Only the suffocating stillness of the room. Sleep became difficult. Shadows looked unfamiliar. The apartment felt colder at night. And worst of all, Raghav began doubting his own senses. One evening, restless and desperate for logic, Raghav opened old photo backups on his laptop. Folders from years ago. Weddings, street portraits, travel photography. He opened a 5-year-old group photo from an outdoor shoot. Smiling assistants, bright sunlight, laughter frozen in time. And there, in the background, partially hidden, the same woman, watching. His chest tightened. That's impossible. The photo was 5 years old. She had always been there. Heart racing, Raghav rushed to the bathroom. Harsh white light illuminated the small tiled space. He stood in front of the mirror. Only him. Normal. Breathing fast. He slowly lifted his phone and positioned it toward the mirror. Click. He looked. The woman stood directly behind him, so close it seemed her breath should be touching his neck. He screamed and threw the phone. It shattered against the floor. The screen went black. The apartment fell into an unnatural silence.
That night, Raghav didn't sleep. Every sound made him flinch. The ceiling fan turning, pipes shifting, distant traffic. He felt watched, not by something moving, but by something waiting. The air felt colder, heavy. By morning, exhausted but determined, he made a decision. If something was there, he would record it. He bought a new phone, set it on a tripod, positioned it in the center of the room. The camera faced him. Behind him, Visible in frame were the sofa, bookshelf, and bathroom door. He pressed record. The small red light turned on. "This is all in my head," he whispered. He stood still, breathing slow. Nothing happened. For a moment, he almost felt foolish. Then, a sudden icy sensation crawled across the back of his neck. He froze. Slowly, he turned around. The room was empty. He looked back at the phone screen and felt his world collapse. On the live preview, the woman stood directly behind him, closer than ever. Her skin now cracked like fractured marble, her smile wider, her black eyes endless. On screen, she slowly raised her hand and placed it on his shoulder. At that exact moment, Raghav felt it, ice-cold fingers pressing into his skin. He screamed. The tripod fell. The recording shook wildly, capturing ceiling, walls, flashes of motion. Then, silence. The next day, neighbors reported his apartment door open. Police entered. No signs of struggle, no blood, no broken furniture, only the fallen camera. Raghav was gone. The recovered video file showed the final moments. The camera lay sideways on the floor, the room empty. Then, in the mirror's reflection, the woman stood alone. She slowly approached the fallen phone, bent down, looked directly into the lens. Her black eyes filled the screen, and in a low, distorted whisper, she said, "Now it's your turn." The recording ended. The footage spread quietly among investigators. Some claimed it was edited. Some said it was psychological breakdown. Others refused to watch it more than once. But one detail disturbed everyone. In still frames of the final seconds, for a split second, there appears to be someone else standing behind the camera, watching. Final note, Raghav spent his life capturing faces. He believed the camera revealed truth, but he never imagined that sometimes the camera doesn't just capture. Sometimes it invites.